Patrick Reed, who, I would say over the course of his career has been one of the more controversial guys on the PGA Tour. And I've said this forever. One thing that happened when the LIV and the PGA Tour split happened is the PGA Tour had too many nice guys. They lost all their villains. Now, Bryson is no longer a villain. He's a big fan favorite. But you need guys like Dennis Rodman and Draymond Green in your league. You need Ndamukong Suh stomping on people's legs. That is good for business. This is entertainment. And in an individual sport, you only got so many crazy guys. John Daly carried the sport for a long period of time. And losing Patrick Reed, who, what made him so fascinating, he is a really good player. He's not just a major champ. He has one of the best short games in the history of the sport. And he wins this week at LIV, which, listen, I've been fully transparent. I don't put too much in winning and losing these tournaments. Even John Rahm said his top 10 streak forever. It's, it is what it is. He's playing against a smaller field. But this individual tournament was extremely difficult. I mean, Bryson DeChambeau was even through the first 2 weeks, and Patrick Reed had a 3-shot lead going into Sunday. He had shot 4 and 5 under. He was 9 under. He actually didn't play that well on Sunday. Like, if he played like this, we've been talking about Keegan Bradley winning. Like, Keegan Bradley's on the team. I'm sorry, look at our squad. It is not very good. Xander has not had a good year. Obviously, Scotty Scheffler is a stud. Colin Morikawa was just fucking had a bizarre year. Like, good player. He's obviously a lock. I mean, the Spieth of the world who's having a kid who's injured, like, sorry. We got talking about, like, Ben Griffins and Andrew Novaks. You're telling me that Patrick Reed can't be on the team? And the pushback will be like, John, don't you remember last time he was on the team? It was weird. I think we're over that. Because last time we played a Ryder Cup, it was all about the vibes. It was like making sure everyone's friend was on the team. How did that work out for us? Not great. And in this individual tournament, he's literally beating guys who are going to be on the Ryder Cup. Bryson is, you could argue behind Scotty, the second best player on our team. I think I would argue that. I would feel more comfortable taking Bryson in that moment than Colin Morikawa. And Colin Morikawa has been good in the Ryder Cup, but he played for a long time with DJ, and obviously DJ's not going to be on the team. But, like, I would have no problem at least putting him in the discussion. And to me, if he plays well at the Open, and if he continues to play well these last couple events at LIV, I think it's more than a discussion. Here's the other thing. Like, this is a home event in New York. It is going to be a bunch of young dudes, a bunch of people boozing. It's going to be bananas. The crowd is going to be behind Patrick Reed. Obviously, Bryson changed the narrative a couple years ago. If we were going overseas, I would say it could get a little weird. Hell, Patrick Reed and one of his playing partners just got into it with a fan on Sunday. But I kind of think this team needs a little juice. We just talked about it with the Tomlin Pittsburgh Steelers trade. Sometimes you need to mix shit up. And I'm sorry, I think we need to mix it up a little bit. Keegan, on the team. Patrick Reed plays well the last couple months. I have no problem bringing him on the team. He just won a tournament because you're like, well, it's going to be a bunch of long rough. It's a long course, the Ryder Cup. Well, what did he just play? A course with extremely long rough. Where does that benefit him? He's got a great short game. So especially around the green, he can get up and down. I have no problem entertaining that. And, like, especially based on who else is going to be in the mix. Like, what are we talking about? It is not like we have some story. A couple years ago, it was like, we go like 20 deep as the Americans. Now it's flipped. It feels like their team goes 20 deep. Like, two of the best players on the International Ryder Cup team are literally Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton. And obviously, Tyrrell Hatton was one shot off at LIV, missing the playoff where Patrick Reed ended up winning. But, like, he is going to be a guy that's going to be on that team for a decade plus. Jon Rahm, when it's all said and done, will go down as probably one of the great European players, not named Seve Ballesteros or Sergio Garcia. Like, he's going to be one of their better players right there with Rory in the history of the event. So, listen, Bryson's on the team. Now, Bryson's a better player than Patrick Reed, but, like, to me, Patrick Reed winning in Dallas, I think he has thrown his hat in the discussion. And here's the other thing. This is an entertainment product. This is an exhibition, right? During football season. So, like, back in the day, and I love golf. I mean, I love it. I definitely listen to more golf podcasts and golf content than I do football content. I do think back in the heyday of the Ryder Cup, like before the internet, going up against other sports was a little different. And obviously the TV element. There is no disputing that, like, when I have it on my TV in a room with like 3 TVs, either on Saturday or Sunday of the fall, it's like it's hard for me to give it all my attention when you got fucking the Chiefs playing the Bills or you got Texas playing Georgia. It gets lost in the shuffle. And I do think adding Bryson, adding Patrick Reed, there has to be some sort of element. And I understand Keegan is not factoring in television ratings, but like from a standpoint of like, this guy's really good and he's playing really well. He's also played really well over the course of his career in some big moments. And you can say, John, what about the Ryder Cup? Yeah, it's like I've seen Jordan Spieth have rough moments at the Ryder Cup. I've seen Rory McIlroy cry at the Ryder Cup for playing like crap. Ryder Cup's hard. Tiger and Phil notoriously aren't like great Ryder Cup players. It's difficult. So listen, if guys on that team are cool and will vouch for him, and who knows, I have no problem putting Patrick Reed on that team.